guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pika and I do fragrance reviews. So welcome back everybody. Today's video is going to be a part 2 of the one that I did some time back now. I think it was called somewhere in the lines of Keep 5 for Life Luxury Designer Perfume version. This will be the niche version, which in actual fact is even harder because having seen the collection, I think I have even more niche kind of fragrances compared to luxury designer. I also hope that I'm not scaring you today with this look. I thought I might as well try red. Normally I try to steer away from red because honestly it even washes me out even more so than I already am, and I think red suits more darker complexions compared to very pale complexions like mine. But we'll just get on with the video. I'm really sorry in case if you see some red lipstick on my teeth as well. I'm just pre-warning you in case if you guys are like, oh my god, what is that on your teeth? So I'll just go ahead and start off the video. So the first fragrance that I have is from Maison France's Coq Jaune, and this one is by far my most favorite one out of his entire line. And I know a lot of people tend to go for Baccarat Rouge, Oud Satin Mood, Gentle Fluidity Gold. This one is definitely my favorite. This is so beautiful, very innocent, but I always like to say that it's quite unique in the fact that it has vetiver, and normally lots of female fragrances, they don't really have vetiver, and it kind of gives this really beautiful contrast between the florals and the more mossy kind of grass-like vetiver note towards the base. This is by far my most used fragrance for work. I absolutely love wearing it for work. It's like my #1 fragrance. I also get a lot of compliments from this one, but overall it's just absolutely insanely gorgeous. It has a lot of beautiful notes. So it has iris, orange blossom, I think it even has rose, a little bit of violet, but what really stands out in this fragrance is definitely the vetiver. The vetiver for me is like absolutely insane. So if you've never tried this one, please give it a go. Even the longevity is super good, the projection is amazing, the sillage, it leaves like a really nice trail once you leave the room. So that is Féminin Pluriel from Maison France's Coq Jaune. Now the next fragrance I have is actually from a house that I didn't think would be in my top 5, simply because lots of his lots of his fragrances are super duper expensive and they are sometimes overpriced in my opinion. I absolutely love his fragrances, but some are overpriced. Let's be real, some fragrances do not cost the amount that these cost, but this one is definitely a little bit more on the affordable side. I got this for around about 90 or so pounds, but I believe it's completely discontinued now. If you can get your hands on it, I would highly recommend, because although this is a 30ml, I've used it so many times and it hasn't even gone halfway yet. So this is, actually it has gone halfway, that's a lie. This is Roja Ahlam, and this is the Eau de Parfum, but to me it performs even better than an EDP. This is an absolutely beautiful fragrance. Very soft, powdery. It has a really lovely note of rose and iris. It's really quite gorgeous. It's very similar to Enigma Oud, but a little bit fruitier. I believe it has geranium as well, which makes it super sweet. It has sandalwood. It's a really sweet, slightly powdery, fuzzy rose oud kind of fragrance. It's absolutely gorgeous. I think on many women, this could definitely be a signature scent. I'm actually really sad that he discontinued this fragrance. I'm not sure why he discontinued it, but for whatever reason he has. And I really hope that I can find myself another bottle of this online, because I will definitely keep wearing it and keep using it. I think the reason why it's in my top 5 is because it's so classy. It's musky as well, which gives it like a real sexiness, and it just leaves the most amazing trail. Like whenever I wear this, lots of guys seem to really like this one, which is really shocking. I thought that it would be far too musky and mature, but they really love it. I absolutely adore it. I think it's so versatile, it's so feminine. So that is Ahlam by Roja Parfum. So the next one that I have should not come as a surprise. This one is definitely one of the most amazing fragrances that I discovered this year, and I'm so happy that I did. I mean, you could already see on my face how much I love it, and this is Oud Vendome from Nihilo. I have been talking about it loads, but it deserves the limelight because no one talks about this fragrance, and it's so sad. I mean, even just look at the color of the juice, it's insane. I've been trying to not wear this baby too much because I really want to keep it for as long as possible. As you can see, I've already made a fair dent on it, and I'm going to continue doing that. I think by the time that this year ends, I would have worn half of this fragrance, which is totally fine. I'm willing to rebuy as many bottles as physically possible, and this one is absolutely insane. So this is definitely a ginger heavy sweet oud kind of fragrance. It has a lot of lovely like cacao-y nuances in here. It's really sweet for an oud fragrance, which I really love. I think it's very enveloping as well. It's a very strong projecting kind of fragrance. So if you're into stronger, more intense perfumes, this would be one for you. The ginger note gives it a lot of spice in the beginning. I believe it also has black pepper as well. So the beginning is definitely a bit of a spicy kind of fragrance. But if you're into that, I think you'd really enjoy this. It has some floral notes in here as well. It's really gorgeous. That is Oud Vendome from Nihilo. So the next fragrance that I have is from a brand called Oud and Santal, and this one was actually recommended to me initially by a sales associate in Javoy. I think, was it Javoy Mayfair? It must have been. Absolutely wonderful lady. She was so funny. I absolutely loved her, and I literally can't wait to go back to Javoy. But this one, you can already see how much I've worn of it, and this is absolutely incredible. So underrated. It's so unique as well that I had to put it in my top 5 because I don't think I would ever come across a luxury designer or a designer fragrance that smells anywhere near this. So this is predominantly a pear fragrance, a very realistic, like very tangy green pear with I think a little bit of lemon. There's some violet leaf in here as well. But what makes this fragrance really stand out, it has a really gorgeous note of like white musk. So it's very aquatic, it's fruity, it's musky. If you can imagine those 3 notes in combination with each other, that's what sums up this fragrance. It's really quite interesting, very intriguing, very different, and that's why I wanted to keep it in my top 5. It has a very good amount of projection. It's very long lasting for a particularly fresh scent. Usually fresh scents don't really last that long. The pear is very realistic, so if you're into like pear or fruity kind of fragrances, I think you'd absolutely love this. So that is Stilettos on l'air by Oud and Santal. So I am going to cheat a little bit because honestly it's a bit too hard to do a top 5 of all of my niche fragrances because I have far too many, and doing that would not give all of my fragrances justice. So I'll give you the kind of the puzzling situation that I'm in at the moment. So these 3 fragrances are the ones that are left, and I really don't know which one to pick. I would love to say this one, but this one isn't so versatile. It's more winter, autumn kind of wear. So it has to be between these 2. Now this one I've been hammering on about for absolutely ages now. Since I got it, I've just been wearing it constantly. So it's El Cielo sobre la Plaza de Orange. You can already see how much I've worn of this baby. And then there's also Oud and Santal from Cartier. So I'm just going to smell them side by side. Oh god, this one's so good. I literally cannot decide between the 2. But this one is amazing. The only thing is, with El Cielo sobre la Plaza de Orient, god, that is such a mouthful. This one is a little bit similar to this one because they both share ginger and also some spicy cacao-y nuances. So these 2 are somewhat similar. So I will say, just for the sake of this video, I will do Oud and Santal from Cartier. Now this one, if you've never tried any of the Oud, I can't really remember the exact name of the line of these fragrances, but they're all the Oud offerings from Cartier. This one, Oud and Amber and Oud and Rose, are insane. This one I think is my favorite because I'm a sandalwood fanatic. I absolutely love sandalwood. This one is between pencil shavings and like some soft woody fluffiness, almost like marshmallow. That's how it smells like to me. It's like marshmallowy, and the oud in here isn't too strong. It's not animalic. It just gives this like nice bitter depth to it. It's also slightly boozy. I'm going to spray a little bit here because the opening is really quite unique. Yeah, it almost comes out like licorice. Not licorice, sorry, my bad, like liquor, like a really gorgeous like whiskey or deep rum liquor. Wow, yeah, this has to be in the last one of the top 5. I've also been loving a lot of oud recently. I don't know what's in me, but recently, especially this winter, I've been loving oud fragrances. I can't get enough of oud. This one isn't so oudy. This one is definitely a soft, classy, very sophisticated, mature scent. I wouldn't even say it's sexy. I think it's just mature and classy in my opinion. It really is absolutely insanely gorgeous, and I cannot wait to keep wearing this and loving it. I think it's definitely overpriced. I mean, who wants to pay £330 for a perfume? Not me, but I spent it anyway because I absolutely love this. And in my designer fragrance video, I think you guys will really be quite interested because I've had a few new designer fragrances that I've been loving, which I haven't shown any of you guys yet, and that will be my top 5 designer fragrances for life. So I'm really quite happy to see how you guys think about that video. But this is my last fragrance, so that is Oud and Santal from Cartier. So my loves, that is it for this video. As always, I really hope that you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and also what I'm thinking of doing, please let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. I think what I will do is every January I will give you an updated collection video, and I know that you guys have been really asking me for, well, since I started really, a collection video, and I think it's only it only makes sense for me to do it at the start of January because that's the start of the new year and you guys can see all of the wonderful fragrances that I own right now. I don't think I'm going to be decluttering any. I'm not a declutterer whatsoever. I keep most of my fragrances. It's very, very rare for me to declutter because I hardly ever blind buy, and all of my fragrances I absolutely love, which is very rare, I know. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Have a lovely weekend and have a blessed rest of your week. Take care. Bye bye.